everyone, it's me, Draco, and today we are back with another Concept Series episode. So in today's Concept Series episode, we're going to be doing something very important and crucial to our survival series. We're going to be designing some machinery to use in our survival series. So what I'm going to be working on is two different machines. I'll probably be taking different aspects of design for these machines from previous iterations that I've made or that I've seen and stuff. So but basically though, I'm going to be taking these supplies here and making two machines, which are going to be the I don't know, what do you call it, like a hyper smelter or whatever, where you're basically able to take in all the ores and stuff and just in glass, and it comes out really quickly, or cook food, which I don't do too much. I think there might actually be a way to do it very interestingly that I haven't thought of until just recently. It might take a while to get set up though, so it might be a while before you see it in my actual survival series, at least for the furnace, but the one that you should see very soon, I'm hoping, is the pumpkin and melon upgraded farm. So that's what I want to work on today, is those two different farms. So let's first work on the pumpkin and melon one, and then we'll go ahead and work on the furnace. So what I'm going to do, basically, is pause the video. Then I'm going to start it back up once I have a design ready, and I'll show you the different functions of it, what it does, how efficient it is and stuff. I probably am not going to be doing rates and stuff so much as I'm going to look at different, the quickest way to do it, of sorts. I'll show you in just a moment. I'll be right back with my machine. Okay, so I've been working on a design, and I think this design is going to work. It takes quite a few more resources than I had originally planned to, allocate to this, but it's still very decent. So I'll show you the design. Here, let me just go ahead and set the tick speed to 1,000, so you can see every time a plant grows, this will detect it and immediately dispose of it. But it's really a simple design. Now, one thing too to make sure of is you need to put water next to the crops. So the best way to do that is just to put it around here, or to put it above it somewhere, such as in here, which could work better, because I'm going to go ahead and work on the mechanism under this real quick, and then I'll show you what we have. So I'll be right back real quick. Alright, so I went ahead and built the under part of this, and right here is where I moved the water, and it works very well from there. But if we go down here, you can actually see that I have one of these hopper minecarts looping around. And so what happens is when I'm in actual creative, I would think, for some reason it doesn't seem to be doing anything. But if you look down here, you can have a block there though. You'll see this stops and deposits its items. And once the items are deposited, it goes right back. And you're probably thinking, well, last time I did something like that, I did a little more of a complex setup, I think. So I was just going to show you. There's a really simple one. So all it is you just take one of these right here, a comparator, put it into a block, put a redstone torch here, and one of these here. But alternatively, I think this might actually work too, where you put one of these in here. This might work. I haven't tested it though. We'll test it real quick and see if it stops. Obviously it's picked up some stuff. Well, obviously I'm not on with Optifine right at the moment, because the tick speed, there were some glitches with the commands with Optifine in the version I was doing. So there might be a new version of Optifine that I need to install. But I'll do that later. For the purpose of this demonstration though, this works fine. So you can still see that the items are coming into here, even if it's a little bit slower than how it would normally be for them to come into here. And I have the random tick speed up so that you could see this going faster than it would normally. But basically we're alternating. So one of these is a pumpkin, one of these is a melon, one is pumpkin, one is melon. And I think it actually goes quicker when you alternate the crops, no matter what kind of crop it is. So my best decision here was, you have your lighting, you have your water, everything pretty much is set so that okay, I'm gonna put this torch back here. I don't think it'll work otherwise. Yeah, I think it's not working. There you go. Alright, so now that's working. So you want to use the torch. So comparator, torch, and then redstone dust. And you have to have a block up here, and you have to have a hopper right here. Alright, so really it's very explanatory. Just put all the redstone here on the roof. You don't have to use half slabs, I don't think. I wasn't sure if I needed. Now I think half slabs are the best to use for the pistons. So yeah, use half slabs for the middle part here, but for the sides, I don't think you need to. And as for here, all we're doing is we're hooking up the observer into the plant, and then we're detecting whenever it has a fruit or a melon or pumpkin that comes off of the stem. And then that basically activates the redstone, which goes into this observer. I guess you could, you might be able to call it an array, I'm not sure. But basically it goes into these two observers, which then goes to this redstone, and goes over here to this observer, and then powers this redstone right along here. So I'd say this is the quickest way, but it might be a little expensive depending on how far you are along. I mean, you do need nether quartz for the observers, but I don't think it's that bad. It's not too hard to go and grab some nether quartz if you have some decent enough gear. Fire resistance is probably something you should look into if you're going to be doing something that requires a lot of quartz, but it's nowhere near as much quartz as, let's say, actual quartz blocks and such. And then, well, the track is decent enough. It's not too expensive. You just need a few. You just need to put a few of the rails, power rails, along. You don't need every single one of them to be power rails. It's not going to make much of a difference. It might make it a little faster, I would imagine, but then again, it's not going to make much of a difference. Besides, if you have it go a little bit slower, that might allow it to pick up more than one thing at a time of your harvest. But yeah, so this is the first thing. I think this was a great success. I'm going to turn the tick speed down back to 1. I think it was before. So I'm just going to leave this to itself, and I'm going to go ahead and work on the furnace. So this furnace is... Did you hear that? Wow. Wait, so Endermen actually get hurt by snow? I thought it was only rain. I didn't know snow actually hurt them. That's interesting. But, okay. So let's get focused. So I'm going to go ahead and work on a furnace that will basically take all of our ores and our food and sand and different things that we would use to smelt into either ores or we would turn into glass or such. And as I said at the beginning, we're going to be hooking it up to a specialized farm, which I'm trying to think about what some drops are, so I'll be right back with you once I have something put together. So I went ahead and built this part of the furnace machine. So basically it'll automatically refill with blaze rods. And I have a blaze spawner in the nether, so I should be pretty good. All I'll have to do is hook it up to that spawner, basically provide it with some observers, a little bit of redstone, and some. So that's all I have to do here, as well as some pistons. And basically they go down to here. I used a little bit of ice, probably should use some packed ice. Also need to work on an ice farm. But here, I'll show you what this does then. So they fall down there, they go into here. I think I forgot to put it there. There should be a pressure plate there, which I thought would have activated. Okay, give me that. So we put the pressure plate, but we put it on here, and then it looks like I'll have to actually take an output through a what you call it? So it should come through here. And we just need to go ahead and put a hopper like this. And we need to put one of these here, and one of these here. That should grab any of the blaze rods that fall. So basically that's the killing mechanism. As soon as they fall into that chamber, this will suffocate them. Now no blaze should come over the edge here. They all should just fall down into the middle and slowly pile up into here. Gradually you'll get more supplies for the furnace. And basically, this is a really good way to get blaze rods as well as get fuel for a furnace. It's relatively quick. I don't know if they move. I don't think mobs really move faster on ice. So there's that. Then again, I don't know how blaze react to ice. They might not like it. Or I really don't know. That would make sense, but I don't think they do that feature. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kill these guys off, and I'm going to get rid of that, and we're gonna go ahead and work on the furnace. So that's our fuel. Now we gotta work on our furnace. So I'll be right back with you once I get to work on or once I finish the furnace. So I'll be right back. I finished up working on the furnace over here. Now let me put back the hopper mine cards real quick, because whenever you kill mobs, it kills hopper mine cards. I wish they would assign them separately, but okay. And let me place one right here. But I was going to tell you, so I think, correct me if I'm wrong here, But blaze don't actually drop blaze rods unless you kill them. So there is that. Or at least that's what I've observed so far. They just didn't seem to be dropping any, so I'm presuming that they don't drop them unless you kill them. But I did find the alternative of using a wither skeleton, so you can try that. Or if I'm wrong about the blaze and it's just a very rare drop, then you can use blaze. But what I would suggest is if you do need to kill them, you can just basically carve out a little piece here and maybe get some cobblestone or some bricks or whatever will work, and put it here and try to align yourself so they can't see you around here, and then that'll work. But anyways, though, I did test the wither skeletons and they do drop coal, so you can use that. You do need to separate it from the bones though, and I did not want to hook it up with without having it separated, and I don't really want to make a separating system right at the moment. But I did make this tube assuming that the blaze would work, and they will if you do kill them, which I suppose I could spawn in a few blaze and kill them and then let you see it work. So I'll do that real quick. So I need to take this out though, and this should work. Okay. One second. Right, so all you need to do is just get a sword. I mean, if you have an enchantment like looting, that's pretty good. Basically kill them like that. You get a lot of experience as well as blaze rods. Alright. There you go. So now it should be spreading them evenly around here. See a few blaze rods, and I'll show you my design a little bit in depth of it. So this is not perfect, of course, but it spreads it about okay enough. So I have some activator rails here, right? Or detector rails. So I have some detector rails right here. Basically, whenever the minecart goes over it, the hopper minecart, that will, I guess, sort of lock the hopper, but I think the timings are just so that you have a second to get in an item or two. So once it goes through there, it goes into the furnace, and that kind of gives it a better spread instead of putting everything into one of them. At least from what I'm aware. And I think down here, alright, so down here I have a hopper minecart taking an output from the furnaces here. So whenever you have an item here, so let's, for instance, let me put some more blaze rods in here, and then I'll show you. So if you have your blaze rods in here, and I'll just fill this up so we don't have to come back to it ever. Okay, there you go. So this should start filling up, and it'll spread it a bit even. It won't be perfectly even. There is some disperse issues in some of the areas, though I could try. I'll try it really quickly and just see if without this it works better, because I didn't try it without it. So let's just check it and make sure that it's much better spread when you use it like this than if you use it otherwise. So I just need to push it. Just need to get it going. Let's see how the spread is just normally. might not even need it. I would say it doesn't really matter. You can go cheaper like this if you want. It'll work just fine, but there are ways that you can make it more efficient. As for the bottom here, this is all you're really gonna need. So I'm gonna go ahead and get some stuff to cook. So let's say, I think it's more satisfying to use something such as iron, because you're gonna get a lot of iron. It's kind of why you might be using this, maybe, or gold rather, because gold, well, I don't know. You can use it with any ore. Anyways, you put your ore in here. I might have these facing the wrong way. Yes, I do. Okay, just give me one moment. So you have to put it over here, and then we put our ores in here, and then this should disperse. Well, I should have used a hopper minecart. That's the problem. Alright, let me just put a hopper minecart in really quickly. Let's see. This should be a much better disperse rate. At least it won't be in one of them. So now, as you can see, everything seems to be going not evenly, but decently around. It's not just one of these. Let me make sure there's not like a stack in one of these really quick, and let's go ahead and put this in here. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the detector rails real quick, because I just really feel that the detector rails are better. What happened to the detector rails? Okay, I guess they must have thrown them out or something. Alright, so let's go ahead and put the detector rails here. Let's put this here, or rather here, and that should work perfectly fine. I don't know why I put the detector rails in there. And I'm gonna go ahead and put the detector rails back here, so that this is more evenly dispersed too. Alright, now let's just put this here, and this should be a pretty good efficiency. And of course, you don't need to particularly have, like, say this wither or blaze farm in order to get this to work. You could just put them in manually, which I'll probably build one in the overworld, and then later on I'll work towards getting one in the nether. So yeah, that's kind of why I was meaning that it'd probably be a while before I get something like this. But there are some other ways I could do it in the overworld and have it automated that I do know of, but I gotta get more aware of how to apply those methods. So for now, I'm just gonna stick to what I know. And basically though, this should be a lot quicker. Now there's better designs than this, and the larger you make this, the better the design, or the better efficiency it is. So I probably will build a larger one of these as well. I probably will build pretty big. You know, you can build multiple of these, but it's, I think, cheaper just to build one that's pretty long, and you might be able to wrap it around. I'm not sure about that though, but you could, I suppose, wrap it around. You might have to put a distance. This is probably the maximum distance I would use with the minecarts, just because I don't think they can go much further without needing some kind of supply of power to keep them going. this is decently fast. I mean, considerably faster than what I'm currently using. As you can see right there, that is considerably faster. Now, I have made faster ones. I might not make this particular design, but I'm getting an idea of how to build it. So I probably am going to just look up a more efficient design, because I do know that there was one design, well, actually, I think I know how to build it. So instead of using the hopper carts here, I think it was something where you actually just use hoppers, use some redstone, and I think somehow somebody had like a comparator or something. I have to look it up. But anyways, though, I do hope that you do like the concept, and please, one thing that I think would be good is discussion about, well, these kinds of machines in Minecraft, such as, you know, the blaze/wither farm. Of course, if you're going to do a wither farm with this, you do want to get one of those cross sections. Then you want to funnel them into the middle of this and basically let it kill them. Or if you're going to use the blaze, then I guess just let them put it around a furnace and then let them fall in. Originally, I was going to use lava to push the blaze, but apparently they don't get pushed by lava. At least from my tests, it didn't seem that they did. Now, I know a lot of things have changed in this version of Minecraft, so maybe at one point they did, but I've never particularly tried it, so I can't say for certain. And so yeah, just leave your suggestions down below for any way to improve this. If you've seen any other designs or such, you can go ahead and put a link and showcase some of them. Like if you've done a video about this and you know of some designs, you can suggest them. Link your video, and I'd be more than happy to look at them to, you know, get some ideas on some better designs for my survival world. So yes, and anyway, so if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and comment down below what you did like about the video, what you didn't, and any suggestions you have, feel free to put them down in the comment section. If it's anything like an image or something and you don't want to leave a link to that, which is actually better to send me an email if you have an image for, like, let's say a screenshot of maybe like a furnace, a fast cooking furnace machine like this. If you have something like that and you want to share a screenshot or some design specs or things like that, you can go ahead and send that over to the email. And anything else too, like suggestions or things like that, or if anything of the sort, you can go ahead and send it right over to the email, which is always at the beginning of the video if you do need a reference, but also it should be in the description if you need to find the email as well. Do feel free to check out my my website, which I do currently have up. It should be up for a little while more, and we'll see about maintaining it after a year. And also, I do want to point this out to you guys that I have made a bunch of videos. So I think I have over 150 videos, or, well, maybe not released quite yet, but I have over 100 videos, and there's plenty of videos to suit your needs, so go ahead and if you're interested, you can check out the other videos by going back to the archive, because YouTube archives all of your videos. You can go ahead and go click on my icon, go over to my videos, and you'll see all my videos uploaded. Or if you like a better organized way of looking through videos, I do have a playlist that includes most of my videos. There is a few strays that aren't in there, but for the most part, they are in the playlist. So if you are interested in looking at the videos, I would suggest the best way is to look at the playlists. But if there's some videos, or if you've seen most of the videos, or if you've seen most of the videos that you're interested in through there, you might want to go ahead and check down in the videos section that's not the playlist and see if there's any other videos there that weren't in a playlist that you might like. Now, I say most of them are in the playlist, but some may not be. But anyways, though, I will see you guys in the next video. And, oh, don't forget, be sure to hit that subscribe button if you did really enjoy. And also, you might want to hit the notification bell because, well, that's the best way to be notified of my videos when they are uploaded. Except, though, you don't necessarily have to worry about the notification bell so much because I do have a regular schedule of when I upload. So, regardless of the notification bell, I will tell you the regular schedule like I like to do in every video. So my regular schedule is Tuesday to Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that is an always thing. If there is ever a point where there will not be a video for it, I will most likely upload maybe, let's say, an announcement video saying something, maybe like a reason there isn't a video. But for the most part, I do pre-record videos just to make sure, and I have plenty of videos ready for you guys. Anyways, though, I'll see you in the next video.